But the concept is you've taken the word mother as your life's work, and you're teaching people and working with this word and helping to sort of rewrite what it means on an individual level and on a bigger picture level. Can you talk to me a little bit about this word? Why does it have so much weight? What is your intention in working with the word? And what does it mean for you?
Yeah. So when I did my doctoral studies and I decided to do it on the transformational opportunity in motherhood, right? And really kind of paint a picture and look at, what does that look like? And I met with and did a curriculum evaluation study with a group of women who did not have children. So I called it Preparing for Motherhood, which was what the study was about. So, and I just kind of threw in there. It wasn't like I didn't intend it to be a big part of, but I just wanted to name something that had rung true for me when I heard it, in the work in my own coaching and, hearing it, which was that all women mother. Right. So I'm talking to these women that may or may not have children. They were more in that like deciding or on the precipice of, but, we're in some place in that journey. But just to put out there, like, this is, this resonates with me. So I want to really put that out, that all women mother. We conceive, create, give birth to children is, kind of one of the more obvious, but also careers, dreams, ideas, relationships, pets, where, like we were talking about, wherever we put our energy, but that the most important person we need to mother is ourselves. Right. So, but the response I got from them of just like, like everything from relief to, like what a gift to think of it that way. And also some like, like maybe a little bit of like, well, what do you mean? Or that's not really true. Or, like, no, that sounds nice, but really, the only thing you mother is a child. So then I made the distinction as I kept going with that. In my mind, it helped me to then distinguish motherhood as the journey to decide to have a child, right? Like, so motherhood being having a child, mothering is that bigger definition and concept of like all that we mother that, isn't even relegated to women only, right? Like it's a powerful value. It's, an energy, it's a space, it's, a space where creation takes place. I call it kind of the cosmic aspect of rewriting the mother code, right? Like just expanding that definition and having it be more inclusive, but also, potentially life-giving is the phrase that's coming up for me. So
I'll pause and jump in for a second because that resonates with me in two levels. One is, I think I had this sort of crisis personally before having my son around, I really wanted to be a mother in the traditional sense. And I was really discrediting the way in which I was stepping into mothering, according to your definition, in many other ways, by creating things, by launching new business ideas, by supporting the people that I love, by having lots of animals in my life. And it wasn't until I stepped through that threshold into mothering that I could look back and say, oh, wait, I've always been doing this. It didn't necessarily have to be in the giving life to or giving parental support to a child. But there was a point at which I was in crisis over that. And I wish I had had your definition because it might have led me to, going back to the shopping cart analogy, felt more satiated or fulfilled with where I was at the time that I was struggling with who am I going to be? What am I going to go? How am I going to build my family? So on behalf of people who might be feeling that way, thank you for this expanded definition.
Thank you for listening to Stork'd with your host, Julia Carroll. This podcast is changing the conversation around the ways people define and create family. If you like what you hear, please support us by sharing with friends and following on Instagram at Stork'd_podcast. We also always appreciate it when you rate and review us wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. For more information, visit storkedpodcast.com to sign up for our newsletter. That's STORKD podcast.com.